Okay, why not? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WWE Fantasy Log. I am James Phoenix.
You
With
are
me
boring.
are Jeff and Tiff.
Hello.
Let's get ready to score it!
Yay. Another go-home week.
Yes, the pay-per-view is coming fast and hard. Tomorrow is Backlash, the first of the now permanent cross-branded pay-per-views. Insert catchy rap music video here.
We'll see how long that lasts before the fans get pissed off at the length.
Yeah, we will.
Why? How long is it supposed to be?
Well,
4 hours.
we don't know for sure. The running theory is, you may have noticed that WrestleMania was 5 hours, 7 with pre-show. The running theory is that because the pay-per-views are cross-branded and they need time for both shows to be showcased, that all the pay-per-views will be permanently 4 hours now, with WrestleMania and SummerSlam and potentially the Rumble and Survivor Series being 5, not counting pre-show. So, we'll see.
Which is hilarious that they're extending the length of the Big Four, considering the Big Four have always been cross-branded.
Yes, but the Big Four have also always been longer than other pay-per-views. WrestleMania.
That doesn't mean it needs to stay that way. Goddamn.
Well, it's what makes them more special.
Also, what makes people not care about the main event.
Well, I agree at least with WrestleMania. I think WrestleMania has to be the longest and biggest show of the year. I could accept the others not being that long.
Yeah, I could agree with that.
So anyway, we're gonna take a look at Raw SmackDown 205.
Ooh. But first, let's look at something else other than your face.
Sure, hang on a sec.
Wow, that's a lot of water you're drinking.
Looks like Sprite.
I'm sipping it slowly. I'm not just gulping the whole thing. I'm letting it in slowly. Hiccups. Okay. So yeah, let's take a look at the scores. Go from this direction. Now we're going to take a quick pit stop here.
Okay.
Because I am told that our good friend Tiff has some corrections for me from last week.
Okay.
I didn't beat it at all. Because I didn't think we were going to be going over it.
Well, why wouldn't we? I want to have accurate scores before we move on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if she doesn't have it, I would say don't worry about it.
But she said she had it.
She said she deleted it all because she didn't think
why
we were going to go over it.
Why would you delete it?
Well, it's only a couple of numbers. I don't even, because I didn't make notes of it. I don't know where it went, so.
I want to say, you can look at our totals and see if they match up and then compare the superstars like we usually do.
All my numbers match up with your numbers now, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Okay, whatever. In that case, we will just move on. So as you can see, currently in the lead is me at 2,077 points, the Woken Warriors. In second place is the glorious TNA Perosu Club Originals. There's my quote of 1 for the show. At 1761. And over here in third, at the Legit Rowdy Architects at 1502.
Boo.
Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's see if we can even that out this week a little bit.
I doubt it.
It's not that big of a spread. It's only 200 between you and 250 between you and Jeff, and he's only about.
And you guys got a stacked deck.
And he's about 250 behind me, so maybe 300 behind me. So we'll see. Let's go on over here to the leaderboards. At the top is the United States Champion Jeff Hardy at 209. Followed by the Monster Among Men Braun Strowman at 190. The Intercontinental Champion Seth freaking Rollins at 184. Woken Matt Hardy, one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions, clocking in at 159. Followed by his partner Bray Wyatt, the Deleter of Worlds, at 145.
His name is now Samael.
Hmm?
That's the being within him. He has called himself Samael in the last in the promo that we're about to get to on Raw. So you know how Matt Hardy has a being within him. I can't remember his name. Bray Wyatt. Now that Abigail has left, his vessel has now been taken up by Samael, the partner and best friend of Vanity within Matt Hardy.
Okay.
Samuel?
Yeah, they're creating a lore. First, for WWE, there's actually a fucking lore here.
Well, this is Matt's lore that he had beforehand.
Was Samael part of TNA? I thought it was something he just created for Bray Wyatt. And that whole Abigail thing, because Abigail wasn't part of TNA.
No, but Samael, I assumed it was one of the 7 deities, but it is not. Because Narek is the deity that controls Woken Matt Hardy.
Yeah, Samael was like his friend back in the day.
Because I assumed it was one of the other deities, because the deities are Narek, Coel, Chal, Circo, Astar, Gustavo, and Brohair.
Well, now we're into the broken EU with now the friends of the 7 deities.
Fair enough.
And apparently one of the immortal enemies of the 7 deities created once he got to WWE of Sister Abigail.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Matt Hardy apparently expanded the broken universe once he got to WWE.
Fair enough. Good to know.
So Bray Wyatt is now Samael.
Cool. Good for him.
Which I like the name. I think that's a cool name.
It's a good name. Anyway, as I was saying, Bray Wyatt, Samael coming in at 145. Followed by the WWE Champion AJ Styles at 130. Drew Gulak of the Cruiserweight division, the top cruiserweight in the company right now in terms of points, is at 125. Followed by Finn Balor at 120. Daniel Bryan at 102. And running on the top 10 is the SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella at 96. So, shall we see what happened this week?
Yes.
Did anybody watch Raw and or SmackDown?
Parts.
Okay. Well, here we go. The April 30th edition of Monday Night Raw came from the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. It was a route. Huh?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
It wasn't nothing. What'd you say?
Nothing. I didn't say nothing. I cleared my throat.
Sounded like you said something.
Anyway, continue.
I think she's lying. Anyway. We open up with a video package for the Greatest Royal Rumble. And Roman Reigns immediately comes out to the ring to open the show.
Of course he does.
Okay. Yep.
As he steps in the ring, Michael Cole shows us a tweet from the WWE referee who was responsible for the Greatest Royal Rumble match between Brock and Roman.
Mm-hmm.
That being referee Chad Patton.
Mm-hmm.
Who put out a tweet announcing that he's saying that he made the wrong call in declaring Brock the winner of the cage match because Roman's feet apparently touched the floor first. But because Brock's back hit the floor first and he was concerned for the well-being of the superstars after they went through the cage wall, he made a call. And even though he, in retrospect, believed that to be the wrong call, the referee's call stands.
Mm-hmm.
Reigns gets a mic and points out the referee's error. He pauses for a Roman sucks chant. Then says that he should be the Universal Champion right now. He says, of course, once again, he's here and Lesnar's not. So he's going to turn his attention to another man, the man he faces at Backlash, Samoa Joe.
Joe is gonna kill you.
Joe appears on the screen and gets a pop. He says he's going to put Roman's downward spiraling career to sleep on Sunday.
Hey, Jim.
Yo.
Before we start in with the scoring and stuff, do you think we should take care of logistics first? It has occurred to me, just staring straight at the screen, we have yet to put Big Cass on a team.
We have yet to put Big Cass on a team.
We should do that before we score.
Okay.
Probably a couple of them on there that we haven't put on a team yet.
Is there anyone else that needs to be on a team, Jim?
I don't think so.
Are you sure?
Yes, unless you have a name to contradict that.
He has no points yet. Jonathan Pierce. Let's see here.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys that showed up on 205 like once. We left them on there because we didn't know if they were coming back, but we didn't assign them because it seemed like they weren't coming back. So we're not worried about those dudes.
So go over to the team list. Let's see what they look like and see we can decide where we're going to put Cass.
What the hell's going on here?
What the hell?
Scroll down. Oh, they're completely even. Well, that's great.
Well, yeah, you and I did do it that way
Okay, that's why.
What's why?
I was trying to figure out why. Something's... Never mind, I got it.
Okay.
I'll do you one better. Why is Gamora?
Question, why is Killian Dane on my list?
Because you have sanity.
Oh, right. I keep asking. They haven't debuted yet, so I keep forgetting he's a thing.
Yeah, they will be debuting. They will be debuting on SmackDown imminently, but they are not there yet.
Yeah, they're waiting for Backlash. That's fair enough.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they debut as face and go straight after the Bludgeon Brothers.
Fair. So who gets Big Cass?
I don't know.
We could just throw it into as a draft and just put up a wheel of our names and see who it lands on.
We could.
Probably be the best way to do it. Just randomly put it on someone's team.
Me.
What do you think, Jim?
I don't know. Why did you say you, Tiff?
What did I say, me?
Sounded like you said me.
I did say me.
Why? I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just curious.
Why not?
Yeah, that's a good argument. So, Tiff, are you saying you're against the wheel option?
We can put it on the wheel. We cannot put it on the wheel.
Because the thing is, right now, Tiff has the least amount of points, so it kind of makes sense. However, I have this sneaking suspicion that after Backlash, points are going to radically shift.
Okay.
Because they're kind of in the holding pattern from the pre-Superstar shakeup, so they have to get all those storylines out of the way before they can actually move forward with actual storylines on the different brands. Because there's a lot of cross-branded storylines because of the storylines they started the few weeks between WrestleMania and the Superstar shakeup. Like they have the Miz with the Intercontinental title situation. They have right now they have Jeff Hardy and fucking what's his face. Although they kind of finished that, yeah. But I think they're fighting at Backlash. You know, they have that. They had They have the whole bar with the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships to deal with before that. So they've been kind of in a holding pattern, just trying to offload all of those current feuds before they can start the new feuds that are going to be going forward for however long on the separate brands. I mean, they have Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns. Like, at least half the Backlash card are cross-branded feuds because of what they started before the Superstar shakeup.
No, only 2 matches are, dude.
Really? I thought there's more than that.
Nope. The pre-show match consists of Bayley versus Ruby Riott with the Riott Squad in our corner. We have AJ versus Shinsuke, which is an all SmackDown match. We have Rollins versus Miz, which is one of the cross-branded matches. We have Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton, which is a SmackDown match. Nia versus Alexa, which is a Raw match. Carmella versus Charlotte, which is a SmackDown match. Roman versus Joe, which is the other cross-branded match. Daniel Bryan versus Cass, which is a SmackDown match. And Braun and Bobby Lashley versus Team Cammy, which is a Raw match.
Fair.
Let me see here. That would be 1, 2.
So, but my point still stands. They're finishing up the cross-branded stuff so they can actually get started on the,
1,
all the brand-specific stuff. I don't know. I just think the only real fair way to do it is to throw it on a wheel, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, long story short, there's total of 9 matches. So not counting on the main show, there's actually 3 matches for each brand, and then 2 cross-branded matches.
Mm-hmm. And no Universal Champion because Brock can't be bothered.
Yep.
So what say you, Jim?
Ow.
You gotta say something.
Something.
And not, I don't know.
Well, if we can't make a decision, I say just put it on the wheel. Let the wheel make the decision for us.
Tiff, do you agree to that?
I could say no, but it's if you agree with it, it's 2 against 1, so it doesn't matter.
Well, I haven't agreed to anything yet. I'm asking your opinion.
I know that, but if I say no and he says yes, you're the tiebreaker, and if you say yes, that means it's 2 against 1 anyway.
But if you say no, I might vote in your direction, and then it could go the other way. You don't know until you cast a vote.
But her point is, why does she have to cast a vote? Why don't you cast a vote?
Because I'm the potential tiebreaker vote.
No, whatever. Somebody make a damn decision.
We could always go the easy route and say, yeah, put it on my team because I have the less amount of points there. But I mean,
we have done that before. There is precedent for that.
But hey,
usually it was me.
True.
And we do tend to do that. People who have the least amount of points.
Well, time's a ticking, and you guys need to make a choice. You have my vote.
What's my question is, if we gave it to Tiff, would you be okay with that? Or do you feel that's unfair?
Does it matter if you both vote in favor of that?
He's gonna make he's making the same point that I just made, only reversed it.
Yes, I'm not trying to find out whether it's going to matter. I'm trying to find out whether somebody's going to end up pissed off after this, and I'm going to have to listen to it.
Again, does it matter?
Yes, it does, because I don't want to fucking listen to somebody being pissed off.
Right now, the only person pissed off here is you.
Yeah, but somebody might end up being pissed off, and that's what I'm trying to avoid.
Like I said, I don't know how it's going to work out, so I don't really care. I was just saying I think that the most fair way to do it is to put it on a thing. But I mean, if you make a decision to go the other way, that's fine. Whatever. Just put them on a goddamn team already. We're wasting time. Jesus Christ.
Well, you're only waiting until we were on the air to bring this up.
Well, I forgot about it until I saw his name staring me in the face with no team. I was like, oh yeah, we have to do that yet, don't we?
Well, you fail.
I'm not the one that has the list.
Yeah.
Just put it on the damn wheel.
Jim?
One of the 3 chances that he could still end up on my team. However, he could end up on one of you guys' team as well.
True. Like, Jim needs more points.
That's kind of part of my point is, like, I don't really need him. No, I'm giving him to Tiff. I'm making the call. Tiff can have him. We've done that in the past. It's always been our procedure, so we're going to maintain that procedure. And for the records, before we continue, that does up her score to 1540.
Mm-hmm. And that will reflect. No, you don't have to change it. That will reflect this week's score, Jim.
All right, fine. Can I continue with the show now? Yes,
now that you finally actually made a decision.
Why the fuck is it my decision?
Because you're the self-appointed head of the show? And yeah, because you're the only one who didn't make a decision, because I voted one way, she voted another way, and you refused to make a decision for a while?
Anyway. Jinder Mahal's music interrupts. Him and Sunil come out, and they start talking trash to Reigns. Reigns says Jeff Hardy cheated him too, but you don't hear Jinder complaining. He thinks that Reigns lost fair and square to Lesnar, and on Sunday he will lose to Joe. Then he begins speaking in his language to his people in Punjabi. But Sami Zayn interrupts, gets a nice hometown pop, and briefly speaks French to the crowd before saying that he was dealing with a medical issue and couldn't make it to the Greatest Royal Rumble, but he's feeling a lot better tonight. He says he wants to make things better in his hometown by facing Roman Reigns tonight instead of Jinder. But Kevin Owens comes out saying that the Montreal fans want to see him face Roman Reigns tonight. The crowd starts a "we" chant.
Okay.
We.
It means yes in French.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
I don't know. Jeff sounded like he didn't understand what was going on.
No, I understood. I was just like, okay.
Anyway, Owens says since they all want a piece of Reigns, they'll survey the crowd. Sammy gets cheered, Jinder gets booed, and Owens also gets cheered. Owens thinks his was the loudest, and he steps up to Reigns as Reigns punches him in the face. Then Sammy and Jinder start beating on Reigns, and they begin triple teaming him. Actually, quadruple teaming because Sunil gets in on the act too. Bobby Lashley runs out for a save, but he's outnumbered and overpowered by the guys too as Reigns falls down. Then Braun Strowman comes out and helps Lashley begin clearing the ring. Each of the three men throws out one of the three faces, throws out one of the three heels, and then Braun Strowman picks Sunil up over his head and throws him onto the three heels at ringside.
Who did not see this coming?
Yeah.
I didn't see it at all, so.
And everybody stares each other down.
Well, you knew when it was finished, before they went to commercial, that it was going to be a 6-way tag team match.
Player.
I was getting there.
All right. So, everybody's going to get a Sultan promo.
Why promo to Braun and Bobby Lashley when they didn't say anything?
Okay, they won't get a promo.
And Sunil.
And Sunil.
I'm assuming he didn't introduce Jinder. Okay.
Does that count as promo,
No,
just introducing?
He did. I'm pretty sure he did.
Pretty sure introductions don't count as promos.
Tell that to the New Day.
What have you been giving me? Have you been giving Big E promos for every single one of their entrants?
Not for that, but 9 times out of 10, they come out and cut a promo straight, from their entrance directly into a promo. There's not really a line.
Yeah, entrance into a promo, but Sunil's promo is Jinder's entrance. It's like it'd be like giving fucking what's his face Ricardo Rodriguez promo points every time he introduced Alberto Del Rio.
Touche. Fair enough. Then he won't get it either. So then, all right. Yeah. So Braun, Lashley, and Sunil are each going to get 4 assault points.
Now, if Sunil actually said something before introducing Jinder, that's a different story.
Probably not. And then
Probably
Sunil
not.
will get 4. Anyway. So
Yes.
let us go ahead and continue. So each of the other men, that being Roman, both members of Team Cammy, and Jinder, are all going to get assault and promo. So that's 5 4 9 points to each of those gentlemen. So let's see. That's Kevin Owens. 79. And Sami Zayn. It's 59. And Roman Reigns. 49. And Jinder Mahal is 61. Okay. Yeah. So let's see. All that is done. Let's see. We cut backstage and we see Elias drinking what we're told is a special tea from Saudi Arabia. Quote unquote. Then during the commercial break, Kurt booked the aforementioned cluster into a 6-man tag team match play for later in the night. Then Jeff, go ahead and ask.
Montreal, who wants to walk with Elias?
Very good.
Thank you. Boom.
Boom. Boom. So anyway, he asks the crowd how many people saw the greatest Royal Rumble, which apparently gets no response. He then tells fans to shut their mouths and sings a song, but gets interrupted by Bobby Roode, and they have a match. So, promo to Elias.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Indeed, indeed.
Indeed, indeed, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all right, all right.
All right, all right, all right. Trout Lincoln. Anywho. So the aforementioned match ends in a no contest.
Really?
When,
Oh, yes, right.
Yes, when Elias slams Dex Roode with a right hand and then slams his face into the ring post, Bobby Roode then sells a neck injury, and the medics come out to check on him. And Elias grabs a mic and declares himself the winner of the match, despite no decision from the referee. And he then proceeds to leave with his hands raised.
You have it written there as you're reading it that it was no contest?
That's according to the recapper.
Yeah, okay. Because I read somewhere else that it was Elias that won, I think. I could
Let
be
me check. Well, let me check out the. I'll go to WWE.com for the official ruling. We'll verify.
Already on it. Raw. All right. Where are here you go. Results.
Elias defeated Bobby Roode via match stoppage. So
Is that considered a victory of the match? Well, I guess match stop. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck you, Elias.
So yeah, I guess they're considering Elias the winner via stoppage. Fair enough.
Fucking bullshit. But does he get points for that since it was victory via match stoppage?
I don't know. We don't have a rule for that. That's a good question.
I would think that would qualify under like no contest / DQ as no points, but I don't know.
Tiff, what do you think?
Wouldn't she be biased? Doesn't she have Elias?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ergo, I'd be biased because I have Bobby Roode. Ergo, once again, it's up to you to make the call. Enjoy.
Yeah. 5.
Well, since it's a no contest draw, wouldn't it just be 5 points or something?
But it's not a
I
no
don't know.
contest. Elias was ruled the winner via match stoppage.
Uh,
That's the problem. Is WWE's listing Elias as Elias defeats Bobby Roode via match stoppage.
uh-huh.
Basically the equivalent of a TKO.
Technical knockout.
Right. So yeah, we don't have. All right. So
Okay, how many points is it for the win?
for a winning of a match on Raw would be 20 points.
For winning a match on Raw is 20.
Yes.
So why not do half?
I was leaning toward that too. So all right. So we're gonna give Elias 10 points for the match win instead of the normal 20 for that. Sound good, Jeff?
Sure, whatever. I'm down with whatever.
Okay.
Julio's. Let's continue.
Calm yourself, Iago.
10 points for winning, 5 points for being in a match, and how many move points?
3 for only 3 for an evasion of a glorious DDT.
Mm-hmm. And no move points.
No, I mean I always count those as part of the move points. So basically, he's got 18 points.
Oh, okay. And then
Elias has
that's
18
points.
Yes. Just gonna put him at 99 points. And Bobby Roode will get 5 points for competing, and 2 moves is 7 points to Bobby Roode. Puts him at 77. Okay. We continue. During the break, the EMTs helped Roode to the backstage area. The others of Pain come out, and they beat up 2 random Canadian jobbers named John Paul and Francois.
Local talent?
Yeah. They beat them up, they hit them with a super collider, and then the last chapter.
Get in.
So, based on this, I do not believe there was at any point a tag. No, Occam did get a tag for the end. Okay, so Occam was a legal man at the victory. So we'll do Razor first. Razor gets 15 points for being on the winning team. 5 for competing is 20, and 2 moves is 22 points to Razor. Is 64. And then Occam, will get 20 points for winning. 5 for competing is 25, and the same 2 moves is 27 points to Occam. Is 79. That was a promo. Pain then cut a promo after the match about the Book of Pain and saying there will be a chapter for every team on Raw. So it's an extra 5 points to Occam and Razor. All right. Cole shows some positive reviews of the greatest Royal Rumble, and then we're joined by Seth freaking Rollins. He goes down to the ring to a big pop. The crowd gets a chance going. He thanks the fans in French. Then talks about the long trip back from Saudi Arabia, saying he had a lot of time to think and reflect on what kind of champion he wants to be, and he wants to be nothing like Brock Lesnar.
Must be a fighting champion.
He says Lesnar isn't even the legitimate champion because Reigns' feet hit first. Debatable. Rollins says he doesn't want to be a champion like Brock, only shows up when it's convenient and the price is right. He's going to be a fighting champion. Finn Balor comes out to take him up on that offer, saying that he takes issue with Rollins only beating him by this much in their ladder match last week. They get each other's faces, and then the Miztourage interrupt to come out. And they reveal that they are aware that they made a mistake last week by approaching them individually when they should have approached them as a group. And they flip over their jackets, reveal T-shirts with all 4 of their faces on it, and propose that they form a faction as the new 4 Horsemen of the WWE. Balor and Rollins reject them, and the Miztourage pretend they're going to leave, then try to sneak attack the two. But Rollins and Balor beat the crap out of them and throw them out of the ring. Balor then grabs Rollins and hits the inverted DDT on him and leaves him lying in the ring. Jeff, did you see this segment?
I don't remember.
I vaguely seen it. Yep.
They keep referring to the inverted DDT. Is that the reverse 1918? The inverted 1918?
You're asking me?
Yes.
Hell if I know.
What did he do?
It's listed as inverted DDT.
Right. What segment was this?
This was
Raw.
the promo segment.
With Rollins.
Rollins
Yes.
and Balor.
Reverse DDT.
Inverted DDT.
Inverted DDT. They could be referring to the Falcon Arrow.
No, they would have just called it a Falcon Arrow.
That depends on who's calling the move.
No, because this guy knows what a Falcon Arrow is because Rollins uses it every week.
I don't know. Let me see.
Because the closest thing I see on Finn's list would be the reverse 1916, which is listed as a lifting inverted DDT.
That would probably be it.
I'm assuming that's it. Because the regular 1916 is a lifting single underhook brainbuster.
Right.
But the reverse 1916 is an inverted DDT. So
Yeah, the reverse Bloody Sunday.
yeah. So
that makes sense. If he's going to do one and he's got one listed as a signature, it's probably that.
yeah. So all right. So we know. So in that case, Finn will get a point for that.
Ooh.
So promo and assault to all 4 of these men, and Balor gets a move.
Fair.
So 9 points to Bo Dallas. 66. And to Curtis Axel is 69. And to Finn Balor is 10 points because he gets the move, which will put him at 130. And Seth freaking Rollins will get 9 points. $193. Okay. All right. So after that, we let's see some replays of some stuff from the Greatest Royal Rumble. Sasha Banks does a quick interview on her way to the ring for the match she's about to have with Ruby Riott, and then she gets to the ring and has that match with Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott wins this match via distractions from the Riott Squad.
Mm-hmm. Boo.
Boo. Anyway, so the Riott Squad are going to get accompaniment interference. So Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan. Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to get, let's see, 6 for interference and 5 because 11 points to each of those ladies. All right. And then match proper, Ruby Riott was the winner, so we'll do Sasha first. Sasha's going to get 5 points for competing. 5 points for the pre-match promo is 10, and 2 moves is 12 points to Sasha. Jeff, you do realize the whole internet can hear you typing while I'm trying to score, right?
That's me.
That's what I said. Jeff, you do realize that the whole internet can hear you typing as I'm trying to score, right?
Sorry.
All right. Ruby Riott gets 20 points for winning a match. She gets 5 for competing in that match, and 2 moves is 27 points to Ruby Riott. His 47 is 48 points. All right. We see some replays in the Riott Squad go to the back. We cut to the back for another pre-tape promo from Alexa Bliss. It's another one of her moments of bliss, as she's calling these segments, which is admittedly clever. And she basically talks about a Disney World trip with Nia Jax, and paints her as a bully who steals food from children. And says that Nia made fun of her for being small, and then talks about Nia having a turkey leg in each hand while she's laughing. See how that happened. Promo to Alexa. Next, we get an interview with Titus Worldwide. And Titus talks about how his little fall at the Greatest Royal Rumble there. And he makes a joke about that being like when Jennifer Lawrence fell at the Oscars a few years ago. It says that he hopes that his situation inspires others. But they're interrupted by Baron Corbin, who makes fun of Titus for falling, saying that he's a waste of time. And Titus says that that's okay and smiles. So promo to Titus and Corbin. All right. The announcers talk about the leaders of worlds and then throw to them as Matt talks about his Embrace stories. And they go back and forth and then tell everyone to run. Huh? So promo to Matt and Bray.
I am now Samael.
Sure, why not? Okay. After that, we see a replay of something that happened last week regarding the women and Ronda Rousey. Then we cut to the ring for the aforementioned 6-man tag team match play of Roman, Braun, and Lashley taking on Jinder and Team Cammy. And after a lot of back and forth among all these men, the faces come out victorious.
Braun getting win points.
Correct. After Lashley intercepted Sammy off a haluva kick and took him out of the picture. Reigns speared Jinder to hell. Owens booted Reigns and attempted to boot Braun. When he went for a cannonball at Braun just got up, picked him up, and just slammed him.
Braun, Lashley, Reigns, Team Cammy, and Jinder.
Yes.
Except for one person, you have this whole match.
Yeah, I don't have Jinder.
No, I know.
I don't hit.
But you have everybody. You have everybody else, though.
It's true. I do.
So give it. Never mind.
What?
Nothing of it.
Give it what? What were you gonna say? Finish that thought.
No.
Yes.
No.
I can pull out a chair and sit in this ring all night and bring the show to a halt until you say it.
That's fine. I can sit here all night. Sort of.
Anyway. So the faces are victorious, again, off the Braun Power Slam. So we'll do the heels first. In no particular order. First of all, Studio Singh will get accompaniment points. I don't think he actually interfered in the match, did he? He might have. Let's see.
I can't remember.
Owens, Jenna, kick or Lashley, Sammy, Vader, Mom, needed to face buster, and Sammy to ringside. Doesn't seem like he did. No, it's Studio tries to get involved, but Reigns grabs him and throws him outside. So yes, he did interfere. Fair enough. So that's an interference, and an accompaniment. That's 11 points to Studio Singh to start this. 56. And then Jinder Mahal will get 5 points for being in this match.
No move points.
And he will get 3 move points. Is 8 points to Jinder.
Ding dong damn do.
Okay. Let's see here. As far as I can tell, Sami Zayn had no move points. So Sami Zayn's just going to get 5 points. He did attempt a haluva kick at least once, but it got reversed, so it doesn't mean a damn thing. And then Kevin Owens has 1 move point, so he's going to get 6 points. All right. And then we're going to go over to the faces. Let's start off with Roman, who will get 15 points for being on the winning team. He will get 5 for competing, is 20, and he will get 5 moves, is 25 points to Roman Reigns. So 74. We will then have Bobby Lashley, who will get 15 points for competing, 15 points for being on the winning team, rather. 5 for competing is 20, and 1 move point is 21 points to Bobby Lashley. Is 107.
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley in the top 10 for now. And Braun, who will receive 20 points for winning this match. He will get 5 for competing in this match. It's 25, and he will get 5 move points. It's 30 points to Braun Strowman. Oh, 14, 224.
The first one to break 200.
Yep. Well, no, Jeff was at 200 as of last week. He was at 204, Jeff Hardy. So Braun's a second. The faces celebrate post-match. We throw to a commercial and we come back to Baron Corbin. Comes out on the stage talking about how a wise man once said, if you want to make money, you can't be funny. And they basically talk some shit about Titus for falling and looking stupid and how, he'll always be a joke and he'll never be a serious champion that way. His career's already over. And he talks about how no way Jose is the same way with his stupid conga line. He says him and that conga line, they didn't want to make him puke. And that, he doesn't want to have fun or please the fans. He makes money by cracking people in the teeth and winning championships. And no one will be laughing after Corbin beats them. So No Way Jose and the conga line then make their way to the ring for a match with Baron Corbin.
There's no way Jose wins.
He does. Via interference. They're having their back and forth match when Titus Worldwide makes their presence known. They come down to the ring, and Titus carefully walks down the ramp to not trip this time, but goes to step in the ring, climbing onto the apron. As he steps on the second rope, his feet slip off the rope, and he falls onto the apron and then on the floor. Corbin is distracted by this entire spectacle and gets rolled up by No Way Jose from behind. Worldwide. So, yeah. So, first of all, interference to Titus Worldwide. So, Titus and Dana Brooke. We'll get wait a minute. I didn't give Titus enough points there. That was an interference. What am I doing?
Interference is 6, isn't it?
Yes. I screwed it up.
What else is new?
46. Okay. And then Dana Brooke will get 6 points.
She didn't do nothing except get there.
Yeah, but their presence was part of the interference and distraction. So it counts. And Apollo gets 6. To that 40. All right. Then we have Baron Corbin, who will get 5 points for competing in this match. He'll get 5 for the pre-match promo, is 10. And that's about it because neither man hit any moves in this very short match. Or at least none of their, signature moves. So therefore, Baron Corbin will just get 10 points. And then we have ourselves No Way Jose, who will get 20 points for winning this match. 5 for competing is 25 points to No Way Jose. 54 and 5 is 59. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. No way, Jose. Titus Worldwide dances with Jose and the conga line as the commentators speculate as to whether No Way Jose would be a good addition to Titus Worldwide. We see a new John Cena Make-A-Wish commercial where he agrees to wrestle an octopus. So that happened. And then we come back from the commercial to a women's division match between Mickie James and Natalya. Alexa Bliss and Ronda Rousey both situate themselves at ringside for this match. And Natalya gets the win off of a roll-up on Mickie after Ronda and Alexa start chasing each other around the ring and cause an inadvertent distraction. So Alexa and Ronda will each get accompaniment points. And I guess technically interference because they're running around distracting Mickey, so Natalya can roll her up. So I guess that's how that works. So that'd be 11 points each to Ronda and Alexa. And then Mickey James gets 5 points for competing in a match, and that's about it. And therefore, Natalya gets 25 for winning a match, and that's about it.
Is it 20 or 25?
25, because it's 20 for winning and 5 for competing. All right. So, after the match, Ronda gets in the ring and helps Natalya up, and as Alexa's heading up the ramp, Nia Jax's music hits, and Nia chases Alexa down the ramp and through the crowd. So, Nia gets in the ring and raises Ronda and Natalya's hands, so 3 points to Nia for showing up. Okay. Some promo videos, some commercials. We got a selfie video from Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, with Drew talking about, all these other tag teams are constantly trying to prove that they deserve a spot in the WWE. Well, the thing with Drew McIntyre is he knows he belongs in the WWE. And he's found somebody like-minded. And Dolph adds that, they know that they're good, they know where they belong, and that the rest of the roster, especially the tag team division, should be really afraid right now. Promo to McIntyre and Ziggler. Okay. And then we go to our main event of Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental Championship. And Seth Rollins manages to retain the belt off of 2 super kicks. This was an excellent match. These guys busted their asses and put on a hell of a main event.
Yeah, this was a great match.
This was an excellent match. But once again, Balor chokes. No response to that. Fair enough. Anyway.
Jeff's the one that's now he's gymming.
Yep.
I have no reaction to it.
Okay, then. So anyway, Finn Balor is going to get himself, let's see here, 5 points for competing, and 4 for being in the main event is 9. Plus 12 move points is 21 points to Finn Balor. However, I have a question.
Yes.
So they're at a point in this match. You see this match?
Yes.
Okay. There was a point in this match where Seth Rollins hit Finn Balor with a superplex.
Okay.
Now, normally
That's
Seth
the one
Rollins...
off the ring, and then he does flip over again, right?
Yes, and then Seth Rollins normally follows that up with a Falcon Arrow.
Yeah, he did that twice.
Yeah. Well, Seth Rollins, on one of them, Seth Rollins hit the superplex. But then as they got up, Finn Balor took control of the hold, and instead he hit Rollins with a Falcon Arrow.
Okay.
So my question is, good, that's a half a move. I still give him reversal points for it, but does that constitute a move thief, and should Finn get a move point for it?
Does he have the Falcon arrow?
Because no, he does not. That's why I'm saying it will be a move thief, because I can't remember what our ruling was about move thief. I can't remember what our rule about move thief was.
Yeah, if we have that rule for move thief, and then I would qualify that as a move thief, because it's obvious he did it only because Seth Rollins uses a Falcon arrow and he was using it against him. And especially out of that move. Seth usually does it out of that move.
Yeah. I just can't remember what we said about move thief, because I know we did award move thief for that one match where it was like entirely move thief between the New Day and the Usos, but I couldn't remember what we had agreed upon for if it was like a one-off.
I thought for the one where it was the entire match, I thought it was OMG points for stealing the entire moveset.
Is that what we ended up doing? I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
I don't think you were here.
She might have watched it.
True.
Well, all right, let's make a move thief ruling then. I say from this point going forward, I would say there should be a point for a move thief if they do it, because it's obvious they're using their opponent's signature move on them because it's their opponent's signature move.
What do you think about that, Tiff?
And then if it's something like what the New Day and the Usos did, that would constitute OMG, because holy shit, you just ripped off everybody's move set for the entirety of the match.
Uh-huh.
Because I think that's what we did. I think we made an OMG, but I could be wrong.
No, that sounds right. You say it. So, Tiff, do you agree with that?
Yes, I suppose.
Well, you suppose? That doesn't sound confident in your agreement. Give us your thoughts and feedback. How do you feel about this?
I don't know.
Be honest. We're not going to yell at you.
No, we're not. No, she's thinking I'm going to grab a drink because I'm out of drink.
Drank.
Dry throat, need drank.
That's why I keep a bottle of water nearby, and I drink it sparingly over the course of the video, and not gulp it all in the first 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I walked in with a third full bottle of drink, so I didn't have much to begin with.
Well, that is your own stupid fault.
Yes, it is.
He's actually admitting it? Oh my goodness.
I am back with full bottle of drink. Cheers.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And I will add move thief rule to the fighting section.
Right. And if full move thief gets OMG points, you can put that down too. Because I know in the past we haven't done it for move thief, but then again, move thief doesn't come up very often, so.
Okay. Fair enough. So, in that case, Balor would get an additional move point to what I said before.
It's 22 points.
Yes. $152. And Seth freaking Rollins is going to get himself 20 points for a retention of the Intercontinental Championship. He's going to get himself 20 points for winning a match on Raw, is 40. He is going to get himself 9 points for being in and winning the main event, is 49. He's going to get 5 points for competing in a match, is 54. And he's going to get 11 move points, is 65 points to Seth freaking Rollins.
It's 258.
38, 48, 58, yeah. Coolio. And thus endeth Monday Night Raw as Rollins holds his title high. As you do. So let's take a look at the scores here and see where we're at after Raw, shall we? As we are wont to do. Let's throw it on over here. Data refresh. All right. And I am still in the lead at 23-31. Followed by the Glorious guys at 18-72. And still in third at 17-46 is the Legit Rowdy Architects.
Right.
Fair.
But I point out to you, Tiff, that's going to come back because I point out to you almost your entire roster is SmackDown dudes.
Yeah.
So
No, but this was just about something else because I messed something up here.
Oh.
Okay, let's move on to SmackDown. Unless you want to correct your discrepancy, Tiff?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so what do you got? What's off?
1839 for Glorious.
That's a big discrepancy.
I know.
59, 69.
What's Carl Anderson have?
That's a 38-point difference. Where the hell did a 38-point difference come from?
Where's Carl Anderson stand at?
He's right there. He's at 33.
Where is he on my end? I must have did something while typing in different things here.
Okay.
$18.72?
Correct.
Okay, yep, that's it. 23.31 and 17.46.
Correct. Okay, moving on. SmackDown from May 1st came from the Bell Center, also in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And we open this week's SmackDown with a look at Braun Strowman throwing Shane out of the Greatest Royal Rumble match and through an announce table. Which reminds me, Braun probably should have got 5 table spot points for that back at the Rumble scoring, but I'm not going to worry about it now.
No, because you don't need any more points.
No, I do not. Paige is watching this on a monitor in the backstage area. Jeff, did you see SmackDown, by the way?
No, he did not.
No, not at all.
Okay. So Paige is staring at a monitor, and she turns to the crowd and informs everybody that due to that, Shane will not be here tonight.
Okay.
However, there's also the situation of the WWE Championship to be addressed after the indecisive match ending at the aforementioned pay-per-view. So to ensure that we have a clear winner, she is officially making the AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura WWE Championship match at Backlash a no disqualification match. That's right, Jeff. Paige just handed you free specialty points. Enjoy that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I heard
not paying
about that.
attention.
What's that?
I am. I
Didn't
said,
seem
I
like
heard
he
about
was
that.
paying attention.
Woohoo.
So Tom Phillips and not Mike Rome welcomes us to the Bell Center in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. He's joined by Corey and Byron, of course, and we open up with the since his return now the first SmackDown episode of Miz TV, the most must-see show in WWE history. He first gets annoyed at Daniel Bryan for no showing Miz TV last week, and proceeds to ban Daniel Bryan from all future episodes of Miz TV. He then sends a warning to Seth Rollins about that he's going to take his Intercontinental Championship back on Sunday. And then all will be right with the world. Talking about how he was the one who elevated the title and made it prestigious, made it worthwhile.
We got this shake-up thing going on and everything, and Miz is talking about maybe winning. And let's say he does win. Does that mean he goes back to Raw, or does he stay on SmackDown?
I don't know. WWE's rules fluctuate based on the situation. But given that I doubt they'd want 2 mid-card titles on the brand, I would assume that either him or Jeff Hardy would have to get shipped back to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
If that were to occur, if I were Paige, number one, I would want to keep both champions. But if I could not do that, then I would book a match between the 2 champions with the loser being shipped off to Raw.
Mm-hmm.
But that would just be me. What about you, Jeff?
I don't know, I'll admit I wasn't paying attention for that part.
Fail!
But you're talking about shipping someone off to Raw. I caught that much.
Say it with me, people. Pay attention.
Yes.
Anyway, we were obviously, thus far it has not happened, but we were talking that with tomorrow's Backlash, in the event that Miz were to win the Intercontinental title, how would they handle 2 mid-card champions on one show?
Easy. If Miz is going to win, Jeff Hardy's going to. Well, actually, no. Fuck, he's fighting Orton.
That's what I'm saying. Is the SmackDown match is SmackDown? The U.S. title match is all SmackDown dudes.
Then Miz can't win because you can't put 2 mid-card titles on the same show, and Miz has to stay on SmackDown because of the Daniel Bryan feud.
Well, that's why I was thinking if Miz were to win that title, they could book some kind of an angle the following week on SmackDown where Paige says, as much as I would like to keep both titles on SmackDown where they have rightfully been earned, I've been told by the board of directors I'm not allowed to do that, and I have to send one of these titles to Raw, so we're going to have a match tonight between Jeff Hardy and The Miz, and whoever loses that match will be shipped off to Raw with their title. That's how I would do it.
Or Jeff Hardy loses and Orton is shipped off to Raw.
Well, yeah, one way or another, whoever won that match would face The Miz if he won, and the loser would get shipped off to Raw. One way or another.
That could work.
That's how I would book it.
But I don't see Miz winning.
Mm.
But we'll get to that at the end of the show.
Yep.
Because we still have our predictions to go.
Yeah, well, I don't know, because there's a certain Scotsman who seems more than a little pissed off at Seth Rollins and might have reason to interfere in that match. Pulling, if I can't have the belt, nobody on my show can. Anywho.
Yes, but I counter with 2 former bodyguards of The Miz. I left them high and dry standing on the fucking apron.
True.
Who have been trying to ingratiate themselves to said Intercontinental Champion.
True.
So if said Scotsman decides to interfere, who's to say the Miztourage won't beat his ass?
True.
Also, said Demon King, who, despite being in a feud with Seth Rollins, tends to kind of be his friend.
True.
I could easily also see Finn Balor beating said Scotsman's ass. It's not like he's doing anything. Isn't it a one-on-one match?
Yeah.
So it's not like Finn Balor's doing anything at Backlash, so I could see him coming out.
I am confused.
Well, Seth is the Intercontinental Champion. We're talking about the Intercontinental title match.
Yes.
You were saying that you could see Scotsman come out and cost Rollins the match. At least that's what I interpreted you saying.
That is what I said. You're right. I used the wrong Celtic country. I meant Irishman. I was talking about Balor. I said the wrong Celtic country. That's my bad.
Oh, because when you said Scotsman, my mind immediately went to fucking the Chosen One.
That could happen too if they're going to book it that way. But no. But yes, he also has reason to be. He also has reason to be pissed off at Finn Balor given their history in NXT.
True.
But that's not what I was. That's not actually what I was referring to. No, I was just thinking about Balor might come out and whether intentionally or not, end up costing Seth the title. Was my point. I get my Gaelic countries mixed up. I apologize.
I don't know if he'd do that, but potentially.
Yeah, potentially. Yep.
We're talking about McIntyre, right?
That's what I was talking about.
My intent was to talk about Finn Balor, but I got his country of origin wrong because I was not thinking. And so we ended up with McIntyre in the discussion by virtue of my inadvertently saying the wrong country. That is my bad. I fucked up.
I know you have insulted Finn Balor.
I thought I'd ask in case you guys were talking about somebody totally different that I didn't know about yet.
No.
As far as I know, McIntyre is the only Scotsman in WWE, so.
Sheamus says what? No, he's Irish too, isn't he?
He's Irish.
Yes.
Yeah, he's Irish too. No, wait, hang on. There's at least one other Scotsman. I'm pretty sure there is. I sworn there was another one.
Pretty sure there's not, but maybe in NXT. I don't know. I don't follow NXT.
No, I could have sworn there was another one.
Nope.
Maybe I'm wrong.
We have 3 Irish people.
Yeah, there's a lot of Irishmen. I could have sworn there was another Scottish dude, but I guess my memory is off on that. Oh yeah, there is. There's Noam Dar.
Oh yeah, that's true. But who cares about Noam Dar?
Well, nobody. But I'm just saying he is still technically employed, just injured.
True.
I knew there was another Scottish dude. Okay.
Fair.
Okay. And technically the Highlanders, but nobody's seen them in years.
Are they still employed?
No.
Okay.
They haven't been for a long time. I'm just saying they exist and are Scottish wrestlers.
Fair.
Anyway, so Miz introduces his guest for tonight, and that is the U.S. Champion Jeff Hardy. He comes to the ring, has some exchanges with Miz, where Miz shows footage of Jeff Hardy coming to SmackDown and getting interacting with Orton, and cutting to last week when Orton proceeded to come out and take Jeff Hardy's match as he had done to him the week before. Miz attempts to rile Jeff Hardy up over this and get him pissed off at Randy Orton, whom he brings out as his second surprise guest. But Orton says that him and Jeff are cool, but Miz keeps trying to stir up trouble. And he warns Miz that no one tells him when to strike, but adds that he will take the U.S. title back at Backlash. Hardy says that Orton can try, but then they're interrupted by Shelton, who comes out and talks some trash to Orton, saying that he's the one who deserves the U.S. title shot. As Shelton gets in the ring, Orton grabs him and goes for the middle rope DDT, but the Miz interrupts. And Jeff then takes Miz to the corner and hits him with a whisper in the wind, and the heels retreat. This then devolves into a tag team match playa. Which is made official during the commercial break. So, let's see what we got here.
Miz gets promo, Jeff gets promo, and everybody gets
Easy, Jeff.
I gotta reach through here and slap you.
So anyway, so the faces came out victorious in this match via an RKO followed by a Swanton Bomb.
Yeah, but this is the points beforehand.
I know, but I'm going to do them all together to save time.
Okay.
I do that. So, the heels lost the match. So, Miz and Shelton are going to be there. So, we'll start off with the Miz, who is going to get himself 5 points for the pre-match promo, 5 points for competing in the match is 10. 4 points for the assault beforehand, which is 14. And then 4 move points is 18 points to the Miz. Miz. 8 and 8 is 86 points. And then Shelton is also going to get the aforementioned points. So that would be 14. And 3 moves is 17 points to Shelton. 9 is 79. Bam.
Yeah.
Yep.
Randy Orton.
And then we go to the faces. Jeff Hardy got the pinfall victory, so we will do Randy Orton first. So Randy Orton is also going to get himself 5 points for the pre-match promo, 5 points for the match itself. Is 10. 15 for being on the winning team, puts him at 25. And then 4 for the assault is 29. And 4 moves is 33 points to Randy Orton. Oh, 1, 11. It's 114, Tiff?
Yes.
Cool. And the top 10 for Randy Orton.
Ooh.
And then Jeff Hardy is going to get himself 20 points for winning this matchup. He's going to get 5 points for being in the matchup. It's 25. He's going to get 5 points for the pre-match promo. Is 30. He's going to get 4 for the pre-match assault. Is 34. Yeah. And then he's going to get 6 move points. He's going to put Jeff Hardy at a cool even 40 points.
Nice. Brother Nero.
249. Whoa. There we go. Alrighty.
Brother Nero.
And I've already counted this in his move points, but immediately after the match as the heels retreat, Randy Orton RKO's Jeff Hardy.
Out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere. He then heads to the back.
Fuck you, Orton.
So we come back to Renee Young, who proceeds to host an interview with Carmella and the Iconics, who seem to have formed themselves a little group.
So they're going to become a faction, you think?
I don't know. They're hanging out now. We'll see. Carmella's not there at first, however, so Peyton Royce and Billy Kay proceed to make fun of Renee and Canadian people, and then cut a promo on Asuka and Becky Lynch, before they finally introduce Carmella, who walks into the interview, thanks them for the introduction, and says that she's excited to team with them tonight, and then beat Charlotte again on Sunday. She says that the Iconics and her are an invincible team. So, promo to Carmella and the Iconics. Carmella at 101. Billy Kay, while I'm up at this end, will get 5 points. 9. And Peyton Royce will get 8. Okay. And we then cut to, we come back into the arena, and Tom Phillips informs us that Daniel Bryan is unable to perform tonight. due to not being cleared by doctors out of fear of a chest infection. And we see footage of Bryan's fucked up chest from the Greatest Royal Rumble. Specifically via strikes from Roderick Strong.
Yep.
We then go from that out over to the bar in the backstage area, who run into the New Day. The New Day taunt them about losing the Raw Tag Titles at the Greatest Royal Rumble, and the bar talks trash back to the New Day. Sheamus then challenges them to a match, and Xavier agrees, booking a singles match between them for a little later in the night. Promo to the bar and the New Day. Okay.
Good.
We then cut to another backstage area where we see Rusev Day discussing about lyrics for their new lyrics for their song, when Lana walks in wearing a Rusev Day t-shirt to a big pop from the crowd. She says that Rusev Day is bigger than ever, but something is still holding Rusev back. And Rusev wonders what that could be holding him back, since he has a holiday with his name in it every day.
Jeff, I think that's your cue to talk.
How is that my cue to talk?
How's that his cue to talk?
I don't know, you went quiet. I thought he was expected to talk about the promo. Like he did before.
Well, I was going to talk about a part of it, but he hasn't gotten to that part yet.
Yep. So anyway, promo to Rusev Day and Lana.
Oh, you did get to that part. Yeah, did you notice something?
What's that?
Well, I think I mentioned it to you before. Lana was missing something.
I noticed it right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me about it.
Yeah, Lana barely had an accent.
Yep.
So maybe they're trying to wean the accent off.
Yeah.
She still rolled her R's though, so I noticed it was there a little bit. But I don't know if that was intentional. Like, I don't know if WWE told her to kind of cool it with the accent a little bit, or if she did that by accident because she hasn't been on TV for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Only time will tell.
Anyway, next we go to the ring, and we're joined by Big Cass, whom we're informed by Corey Graves is not scheduled to be out here right now. Cass steps in the ring, grabs a microphone. He talks about being from New York, and that makes him better than people from other cities. Accurate. He then trashes Daniel Bryan, saying that he's too small to be a WWE superstar, just like all the fans. He says his match with Bryan at Backlash won't be a 5-star match. It'll be a 5-second match. And he says that he'll face Bryan tonight if Bryan will come out, which cues Bryan's music. But instead out comes a little person dressed like Daniel Bryan.
I immediately thought Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
No, he's above that now.
Yep.
He's way too popular to do little shit like that. No pun intended.
Yep. The little person does the yes chant. Cass says that Bryan looks taller tonight, and continues cracking jokes. He then goes to leave, but before he does, he turns around and boots the little Daniel Bryan in the face. Some referees come down to the ring and tell Cass to leave, and the fans boo him as he heads to the back.
Why for is it all silent?
Just gonna give Big Cass some promo points.
There.
All right, we go to a commercial and we come back for the commercial to Renee Young interviewing champion AJ Styles, who comes down to the ring for this. The Montreal crowd chant his name, drowning out Renee as she's attempting to ask the first question. They were loud. So she asks AJ about the no DQ stipulation that was added to their match by Paige earlier in the night, and asks if this is a, suggests that this might be a benefit to Nakamura because he's a con artist and a cheat. And so what AJ says about him. And he brushes off Nakamura. Nakamura had demanded an apology from AJ Styles tonight. AJ brushes this off and says that he should have left Nakamura in the desert eating sand. He calls Nakamura a coward who attacks people from behind and below the belt, but says that he knows how to break rules too and will be finding pieces of Nakamura all over the place on Sunday night. Renee asks about the apology again, and if AJ says if Nakamura wants one so bad, he should come out here and get it himself. However, it is not Shinsuke Nakamura's music that he gets, but Samoa Joe's. Samoa Joe comes out to a large pop from the crowd. Joe, 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 Joe. And he proceeds to talk about how AJ has lost his focus. He shouldn't be focusing on Shinsuke. He should be focused on Joe coming for him, saying that after he puts Roman Reigns down at Backlash, his sights are set directly on the WWE Championship.
It should also be pointed out, and this was very masterfully played by, that was Shinsuke that came out, right? That was talking to AJ before Joe came out.
No, Shinsuke didn't come out until later.
Who was talking to AJ?
Samoa Joe. Oh.
Who?
In the interview, it was Renee Young.
Oh, this was out in the ring. My bad, because I remember something.
It was out in the ring.
Yes, it was out.
So who was AJ? Oh, he was calling out Shinsuke, and then Joe came out. Fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got confused with another bit then. There was another bit where Joe came out, and whoever was out there turned around like he was getting ready to fight him, and I thought it was Shinsuke, and then it's like Joe, like, no, I'm not fighting you.
He's getting into that part, I think. Because that's when Shinsuke...
You gotta fuck that. Because what happened is, Shinsuke's music hits, and Joe turns around, whips his towel off, and throws his fists up like he's gonna fight Shinsuke when he comes out here. But Shinsuke left through the crowd, jumps in the ring from behind, and punches AJ in the balls.
Yeah, so masterfully played by Joe to kind of sell the, wait, is Shinsuke gonna try to stop me? Sorry, I got the thing backward.
That's okay. Nakamura gets up and begins taunting AJ and talking shit in his face, and then hits him with a Kinshasa.
There.
I put my knee in your face.
Doesn't he low blow him again too?
Yes, we just went over that.
No, like I said, he low blowed him and then hit him with a Kinshasa.
Oh, okay, I missed the low blow part. Fair enough.
Say it with me, folks. Pay attention.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's pick on Jeff Knight.
Jeff, make a note of this next time he pitches at me for that.
Yep. You mean for gymming?
Bob wasn't gymming. I just missed that part. Whereas Jim completely gyms whole things. Like,
anyway,
what are you talking about?
So as I was saying, Nakamura then holds the belt up over his head and then lays it on top of AJ and leaves.
Which means he's probably not winning.
Right, so that's going to be let's see here, let's go in no particular order here. So AJ Styles is going to get a promo, and that's about it. Samoa Joe is going to get a promo.
And that's about it.
Yep.
Assault and 2 move points.
Yep, Shinsuke will get an assault and 2 move points is 6.
And brings him up to 87.
It does.
See, I'm getting this.
You are getting this. That's good. Next up, we cut backstage where Becky Lynch is in the locker room. And she's talking to someone off camera to her left. And it's going on about how she has, how she cost a match last week and has lost focus and really needs to gear back down and figure out what's been going on with her and why she's not, what she's supposed to be. And the camera pans out to reveal that she's speaking to Asuka. And Becky apologizes for costing Asuka her SmackDown debut match last week because they were on the same team, and Becky was the one that got pinned. And Asuka, after listening to this for several minutes, basically tells her to shut up and says, Becky, forget about last week. Tonight, we hit back 3 times as hard.
Then you pan over to Charlotte.
Yep. Charlotte walks in saying Carmella and the Iconics think they're invincible, but they're just annoying and have lost their minds. Asuka adds, yes, the Queen, the Empress, straight fire. Before the 3 times as hard part. Charlotte adds that she's going to win her belt back on Sunday.
No, that was after the 3 times as hard. She says those 3, and then she goes, Avengers, assemble! And
That's
walks
it.
off camera.
That's it.
And Charlotte and Becky kind of look at each other like, the fuck was that? And then they do some sort of teacup thing. I don't know what that. I think that's from their DX photo shoot.
Okay.
Which they might have got from somewhere else. I don't know, but I just happened to see an image of. You remember when the Superstars, I think it was like the 20th anniversary or whatever, did the recreating of Legend stuff, and Charlotte and Becky did DX. Charlotte had the Shawn Michaels shirt on and stuff, and one of the images I just saw was them doing this teacup thing. So I assume that's where they got it from, but I don't know what it's actually from.
Fair enough. Anyway,
I thought it was back when way before when Becky Lynch and Charlotte were to be best friends, but somebody turned on each other. They were doing this best friend bit, and it was always a tea thing.
Is that their best friend handshake thing? Fair enough.
That's where I thought it came from, because I think I remember it that way.
So maybe that photo was from a behind the scenes thing of the photo shoot while they were doing it.
Maybe.
That's fair. Oh, great promo by Asuka. That was actually kind of a fun promo.
Yeah.
Her English is improving.
Yeah, she is improving. That was a great promo. Was an excellent
promo to all 3 ladies.
Where there was a convenient video on WWE's YouTube channel explaining the origin of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair's handshake.
Oh, yeah.
So it started on June 6, 2016. Oh, I see. So it started on June 6th of 2016 when Shane McMahon brought the women out to announce the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
so you may remember that Lana came out and wanted to be in the match, and Shane is like, no, get the hell out of my ring.
Mm-hmm.
You may recall that event happening.
Yeah.
Back when Lana was Lana Lena.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after this occurred, in the ring at that point, after this occurred, and Lana was thrown out of the ring and stormed away, Charlotte and Becky, who were sitting next to each other in the corner of the ring, proceeded to do this taunt for the first time. The intended implication to be the Kermit the Frog sipping tea, that's not my business meme.
Okay, then.
And so it has, in the intervening time frame, become a trademark handshake of theirs.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. Which, by the way, the reason they ended up doing that photo shoot is because that taunt spawned the duo the nickname T Generation X. That is apparently a thing.
What does the T stand for?
No, T as in the drink. T Generation X.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
TEA Generation X.
Fair.
And apparently fans started photoshopping, doing hilarious photoshops of their faces on DX photos and Shawn Michaels and Hunter's faces on photos of Becky and Charlotte.
Maybe they weren't the ones that did the DX thing. Because I swear Charlotte was one of the ones that did the DX.
No, they were. They did that purely because this was already a thing on the internet. That was why they chose to do that.
That makes a whole lot more sense. Fair enough.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe, a real American hero.
With really shitty movies.
Actually, they're not that bad.
The first one was okay. The second one sucked.
Yeah.
But that's another topic for another video for another time.
Yeah. Well, if I were you, I wouldn't go around proclaiming all their movies suck because they own Power Rangers now.
Yeah, which, as I pointed out, is why I'm a little bit worried because they don't necessarily have the best track record when it comes to movies regarding their IPs. Need I remind you, they own Gem and the Holograms.
They do?
Yes, Gem and the Holograms is a Hasbro IP. Hasbro Studios.
Interesting.
Yeah, we saw how that worked out. So, needless to say, I'm less than enthusiastic on the movie side about this.
Fair, but I make you a counterpoint. They own the billion-dollar grossing Transformers franchise.
Yeah, we see how those movies turned out. The first one was the only good one.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're still making them because they make a ton of money. They at least exist, and after we got their 3 of them, we got a better lead star.
Didn't really improve the movies all that much.
Yes, it did, actually.
I will, however, say the TV side of it looks promising because they do excellent TV work.
Well, the purported rumor going around now is that there's always been a rumor going around that they want to reboot Transformers after the John Cena-led Bumblebee movie comes out.
Okay.
And the purported rumors are that what might happen once that occurs is they might kick off with the rebooted Transformers and then use a combination of them, G.I. Joe, possibly Power Rangers, and set up their Hasbro Cinematic Universe.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Will you stop it with the cinematic universes? Not everything needs a cinematic universe.
Blame Marvel. Blame Marvel.
And I will say, if Hasbro, if you're planning to do a cinematic universe, your ass better go buy the rights to TMNT because I don't want Power Rangers in a cinematic universe without the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And it makes sense. You already have Michael Bay in your pocket. You might as well get fucking TMNT too.
Yeah, good luck. Nickelodeon has a death grip on that.
Yeah. Well, everyone thought Nickelodeon had a death grip on Power Rangers. We see how that worked out.
No, Saban owned that. Nick was just licensing it. They didn't own the show.
True.
There is a difference.
That's true.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was completely off topic.
But you know what will be in what could be in the Hasbro Cinematic Universe? ROM Space Knight.
No idea what that is.
It's amazing, and I'll tell you about it later. Anyway, let's get back over to this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell were we? So that's a promo to Becky, Asuka, and Charlotte.
Yes.
All right. So, after all that happens, we cut to a one-on-one match between Sheamus and Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods wins. Yay.
He does. Xavier Woods wins this match, rolling up Sheamus after he got distracted by Big E brawling with Cesaro on the floor.
Wait, I probably wasn't paying attention to this part, but did you go over their promo already?
Yes.
Yeah, that was much earlier in the night.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say, I love that promo. Your soul is mine.
Yep.
Credit to Xavier Woods for using Mortal Kombat. That was brilliant.
Indeed. So anyway, yeah. So Big E and Kofi and Cesaro are at ringside.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see. Did Kofi get involved in the match at all?
Did either of them get involved in the match at all?
No. Everybody got involved in the match except Kofi, apparently.
No, fuck you, Kofi.
So Kofi's going to get accompaniment points.
Mm.
3. And then Big E and Cesaro are going to get themselves accompaniment and interference points.
Okay.
So that would be 11 points to each of those two gentlemen. Big E at 52. And Cesaro is at 50. Okay. So, Sheamus and Xavier have their match. There is a point in the match at which Cesaro distracts Xavier by taunting him with pancakes.
Really?
Yep.
Opens his jacket and everything, pretending like, oh, you want to buy some pancakes?
He does. It's true.
Okay, then.
Sheamus pummels on Woods as the fans chant, "You look stupid."
Hmm.
That's still a thing.
Fair.
But yeah, Big E and Cesaro distracts Woods up top as he was attempting to go for the his big elbow drop, and so Big E comes over and begins attacking Cesaro, and that distraction, Woods gets down, but Sheamus gets distracted then and gets rolled up.
Hmm.
So, Sheamus is going to get 5 points for being in this match, and 1 for a move. It's 6 points to Sheamus.
Lovely.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
9. All right. Yeah. Then we're going to have ourselves Xavier Woods, who's going to get 20 points for winning this match. He's going to get 5 for being in. It's 25. And he's going to get 2 moves. It's 27 points to Xavier.
Woo!
Can we go back to Sheamus for a second?
Sure, hang on. What about him?
Where's his point set?
39.
Because I already have him. I didn't put his points in yet, and I already have him at 38.
No, he was at 33. I mean, unless I forgot to give him points for the promo earlier, but I'm pretty sure I gave him points for the promo earlier. I'll tell you what, Tiff. Change yours to match mine for now, but make a note, and when this is done, you can go back and double check the recording, and if I fucked up, we'll fix it next week.
Okay.
So he should be at 39 currently. And then I was saying 27 points are going to Xavier Woods. Puts him at 68.
Alrighty then.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
After the match, the New Day celebrates. The Bar recovers. We then cut to Paige backstage watching footage of Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville dissing Becky Lynch. The Absolution members walk in and they all hug, congratulating Paige on being SmackDown GM. And Paige then books Mandy Rose in a one-on-one match against Becky Lynch for next week. They ask Paige for some special treatment because they're her friends, but Paige declines this, saying that Absolution is dead. Things get a little awkward between them, and we throw to a commercial. Promo to Absolution, or lack of absolution, as it were. And Mandy Rose.
Maybe that means they're going to repackage them a little bit, actually get them new theme music and stuff.
Maybe.
Because I doubt the GM would let them use their theme music.
Yeah. So while we're on a promo, we cut to a pre-taped video from Zelina Vega, who addresses the question of when will Andrade Cien Almas debut on SmackDown, and the answer is pretty much when he feels like it, but it will be very soon.
Since Paige used to be part of Absolution, does she get anything in there?
I don't know. Jeff,
I was wondering.
What are you asking? Like if she gets points?
Yeah, because she used to be part of Absolution, and she's with Absolution, and she's saying that, like, basically that Absolution is dead, and everything like that.
No, because she's not cutting a promo or anything as a competitor. She's doing it as the GM, and it's not, I don't think, really going to lead to a storyline because she can't actually wrestle. That's how I look at it anyway. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, I think it's about right.
Okay. Just wondering.
Yeah, it's worth a check. It's always good to ask.
I was unaware Paige was still on any roster because she can't wrestle.
Well,
yeah, but she had points and was assigned to a roster for the promo on the night she retired.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, fair enough.
Per your own suggestion, dumb shit.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that makes sense because she cut a promo as a competitor that night, technically. That is true. Didn't think about that. Anyway, go ahead, Jim.
Okay. So, promo points to Zelina Vega and Andrade Cien Almas.
Almost didn't say anything or do anything, did he?
Yes, he said something.
He spoke in Spanish.
Oh, okay.
But he did spoke. All right. Either way, he would still get promo points because Brock gets promo points every time Paulie opens his mouth.
Mini promo, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So we hype up Backlash, and then we go to our main event match, which is Asuka, Charlotte, and Becky versus Carmella and the Iconics.
Nobody is ready for Asuka.
Well, Charlotte was ready for Asuka.
Well, yeah. She shouldn't have been, but yeah.
Yeah, well. She did it with flair, what can I say?
Woo?
Yeah. All right, let us go.
Yep. All right, so these ladies all go back and forth. Shit goes on. All hell breaks loose as the referees try to restore order. And by the time we get things kind of straightened out, Peyton gets a near fall on Asuka off a roll-up and then argues with the ref about it. Charlotte and Billy beat the shit out of each other on the floor in the meantime. And eventually, in the ring, Asuka manages to counter Peyton into the Asuka lock and tap her ass out.
Woo.
Indeed. So.
Somewhere along the line, Charlotte did a flip off the top rope onto the... I think it's onto the... whoever was on the floor.
Oh, her moonsault?
Mm.
She does that.
Charlotte blocks a super kick and takes Carmella down for the figure four. Carmella escapes and rolls outside with the Iconics, and Charlotte launches herself outside with a suicide dive on them.
Oh, she suicide dived him. Okay, then.
No, she flipped him. Well, I think she might have done a suicide dive, but she did a flip.
Okay, so it was a suicide senton. It's still a suicide dive. It counts. Given her height, I'm assuming that was still very impressive.
Suicide dive, a signature move of Charlotte's.
Okay, cool.
I said, is it?
Oh, no, not that I know of. Might be now, but it hasn't been before, so it needs time to become established before you can call it a signature.
Right.
Yes. Well, she does have somersault senton, which should have been that move. So technically,
Yeah, that sounds like that would have been that move.
yeah. Anyway, so let's go through this match. We'll do the heels first, as per usual. So the base on this is going to be 5 for competing and 4 for being in the main event is 9. Billie Kay gets 9 and nothing else because she didn't do any moves. What's her at 68? We have Peyton Royce gets 9 plus 3 moves is 12 to Peyton.
No, that was a moonsault.
Okay.
They even called it that. Yeah, that was a moonsault. So whoever said it was a suicide dive doesn't know what a suicide dive looks like.
Okay, then.
Because that was clearly her perched on top of the turnbuckle doing a moonsault, and the commentator screamed out, "Moonsault!" So yeah, whoever wrote that was not paying any kind of attention to this match whatsoever.
Mm.
You kind of can't miss that as a moonsault.
Okay, then.
Yep.
Anyway.
Make sure she gets a point for that.
Yep, it's fine.
Fair.
Anyway, Carmella is going to get the 9 points and 3 moves is 12 for Carmella. It's going to be 113. Okay, and the top 10 for Carmella.
113.
Correct. Then we go to the face team. So Becky Lynch did not hit any moves. So Becky Lynch will get 15 points for being on the winning team. And then the base 9, which will be 24 points to Becky. $34.39. Okay. And then we have Charlotte, who will get 15 for being on the winning team. She'll have 5 moves is 20. And then the requisite
9.
Yeah, the requisite base of 9 is 29 points. Yes, let's see, 78, 88, and 9 is 97. No, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, 78, 88 plus 9. 80, right? 88 plus 9 is...
97.
Yeah, okay.
Carmella. I had to fix myself, sorry.
That's okay. And Asuka is going to get 20 points for winning this match.
Mm-hmm.
And she will get 5 for competing in it as 25. Actually, no, let me scratch that one. 20 points for winning the match. 9 for being in and winning the main event is 29. 5 for competing is 34. And 3 moves is 37 points to Asuka.
Woo!
What did I say, 37?
Yep.
So 47 plus 8 is 55. Okay. So there's SmackDown, folks. Let's go to these scores. Data refresh. All right. Ooh, how about that? I'm still in the lead at 23-63. And still in second place is the Glorious at 2079. But Z2079 is now only 176 points ahead of the Legit Rowdy Architects at 1903.
Mm-hmm.
And we've still got 205 to go. What?
I don't know what I frigged up here.
What did you frig up there?
I'm fine and good. It's just my points over here. I frigged something up.
What did your points frig up?
1880.
You're short 23 points somewhere. And you start checking people on your roster, see who's got the wrong points.
Hmm. 1903.
1903.
Got it.
Coolio. Oh, motherfucker. I forgot to write down the raw scores on the thing.
I got it.
What were the raw scores?
The raw scores. You had 1761 for Glorious.
Okay. No, that was as of Greatest Royal Rumble.
Okay, nope. I was looking at the wrong one. We have 1872.
Okay.
2331.
Damn, I got a lot of points for Raw. Okay.
And then 1746.
Okay. Cool. And then the points for now are 2079. And I am at 2363. Which is sad. I literally got all of like 32 points for SmackDown. I have no SmackDown people. And 1903. Alrighty, let's go to the 205.
2363. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
See, it helps to have somebody else doing the scoring too.
It does. It's true. Okay. So, 205 Live. So, we have a quick recap of Buddy Murphy failing to make weight last week. And the gauntlet to determine the contender for the Greatest Royal Rumble. We then go to the commentators who inform us that Murphy weighed in at 205 and therefore will return tonight. And that Drew Gulak requested a rematch against Kalisto tonight. Who is watching wrestling videos during my recording?
Not me.
Jeff?
No.
Not me, because I don't hear anything dinging. I hear something dinging, but it's not me.
Sure as hell ain't on my end.
Well, it ain't me.
Are you watching videos over there, Jeff?
Nope. Please continue with 205 Live.
There must be something in your background then, Jim.
There's nothing going in my background.
Well, then I don't know what it is. You must be hearing things. We must be hearing things.
Because I have a headset on. If it was in my background, you wouldn't have been able to hear it, and you heard it too.
Mm.
Okay, then.
Yep.
Weird. Anyway.
Don't continue.
Mm-hmm. So, we go to the opening match, which features the Brian Kendrick and Gentleman Jack Gallagher versus Japanese dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Said Japanese dudes lose. Specifically after a bit of a miscommunication when Akira Tozawa decided to blind tag himself into the match. And so Itami was going to take out Brian Kendrick, and he bounced off the ropes in his process of doing a move to Kendrick. But in doing so, he inadvertently caused Akira Tozawa to crouch himself on the turnbuckle because he was setting up for a senton on Jack.
Hmm.
So yeah, don't expect these guys to be together too long.
Mm.
And after the pinfall, which was from Gallagher on Tozawa via headbutt, via that headbutt,
Okay.
Hideo shoved Akira Tozawa and then walked off alone.
I walk alone.
When I walk alone. Anyway. So yes, that's going to be 5 points each to the Japanese dudes for competing. And Hideo and Tommy. And then we go to the face side, and Gallagher got the pinfall. So we'll start with the Brian Kendrick, who will get 15 points for being on the winning team, and 5 for competing. Is 20 points to the Brian Kendrick.
Not better. What did I just do?
I don't know. What did you just do?
I'm good.
Okay. And Gentleman Jack Gallagher will receive 20 points for winning a match, 5 for competing, and 1 for that headbutt. Is 26 points to Gentleman Jack, which actually doubles his points. It's 52.
But
bam.
I guess it also doubles his fun now, doesn't it?
I guess so. Anyway, following this, we have a recap of Buddy Murphy attacking Cedric after his WrestleMania Championship celebration. We then cut to Drew Gulak, who is doing a promo in the locker room. And he basically talks shit about Kalisto for beating him with flippy shit last week and vows to make an example out of him and make him tap tonight. Promo to Drew Gulak. All right. Next up, we see the Buddy Murphy weigh-in. And Drake Maverick attempts to offer his hand and welcome him back, but Murphy refuses it and demands his title shot before walking off. It's pre-taped, so I'm not awarding anything for it. But we will have Buddy Murphy via a random dude named Larry Louie. Or Larry Louie. Presumably some Canadian jobber. Murphy wins the match via a referee stoppage. Seems to be a theme this week.
Okay.
It looked like Murphy was doing the heel forgoes a cover to inflict more punishment after several power bombs, but the official raised his hand.
Mm.
So, Buddy Murphy will get 10 points for winning a match via stoppage. He will get 5 points for competing, is 15. And a couple power bombs will be 17 points to Buddy Murphy.
Mm.
Which, in addition to the 1 point he had, gives him 18. Next up, Cedric Alexander then shows up as Buddy Murphy heads to the ramp. He gestures for him to bring it, and the champ charges, and the two men brawl to the back.
Okay, then. So assault on both sides.
Yes, quite. So 4 points to Buddy Murphy. 2, and 4 points to Cedric. 8. Following the assault, Dasha Fuentes catches up with Cedric, and Cedric points out that unlike Murphy, he didn't attack from behind. And if Buddy wants a match, he knows where to find him. Promo to Cedric.
Yay.
Next up, we find out that Gallagher and Kendrick are going to fight the Lucha House Party next week. Specifically, Dorado and Metalik. We then see a locker room promo from the Lucha House Party where Kalisto says that it was an honor to face the champ in Saudi Arabia, and that while that didn't go the way he wanted, he's ready to deal with Drew Gulak tonight. So, promo to Kalisto. We're then informed by the commentators that Buddy Murphy is going to have a match against Mustafa Ali next week.
Okay.
So we'll see how that turns out. Meanwhile, our main event features Drew Gulak tapping Kalisto out via the Gulak. Which saw Kalisto show great fire after Gulak almost unmasked him. But the end was apparently, and I quote, clean as a sheet. So, Kalisto will get 5 points for competing, and 4 for being in the main event is 9 points to Kalisto.
And then you'll get more points that you don't really need. Fuck you.
3. And Drew Gulak will get 20 points for winning this match. He will get himself 9 for being in and winning the main event is 29. 5 for competing is 34. And 1 for the Gulak is 35 points to Gulak. That I don't need.
Fuck you.
Give him to somebody else then.
No, just because I don't mean him doesn't mean I'm not taking him.
Well.
Good try, though. I respect that. All right, let's go to the final scores for the week. All right, so still in the lead is me at 24-63, the Woken Warriors, followed at 21-19 by the Glorious Yada Yada. And in third at 1903 is the Legit Rowdy Architects. So, yeah, sorry, Jeff, you got no points on that show. I am so sorry.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I wish it was more even, so it was more exciting to see who's going to be in the lead each week. That would make a much more entertaining show.
Maybe we should switch people around.
Well, anything's possible and could change between now and SummerSlam. I'm just saying, we always seem to end up in these situations where one person is in the lead for a large portion of the season.
And this time it's you.
You have to admit, this season is closer than most of the seasons we've had.
True. Okay. Let's go to the weekly leaderboards.
Let's.
In the lead is the Intercontinental Champion Seth freaking Rollins at 258.
God damn it.
In second place is the United States Champion Jeff Hardy at 249. In third is the Monster Strongman Braun Strowman at 224. Drew Gulak of the Cruiserweights clocking in at 165, just a point ahead of Woken Matt Hardy. One half of the Raw Tag Champs in at 164. Followed by Finn Balor at 152. Bray Wyatt coming in at 150, the other half of the Raw Tag Champs. The WWE Champion AJ Styles at 135, followed by Randy Orton at 114. And rounding out the top 10 at 113 is still the SmackDown Women's Champion Carmella. Somehow managing to hold on to her position as the only woman in the top 10.
You don't deserve it.
Clap, 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 clap. So there you have it, folks. The week in WWE. So thank the two of you for being here.
This isn't over yet.
Oh yeah, we got the other thing. You're right. I forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Good call. Tomorrow is Backlash. Let's throw predictions. Backlash 2018. All right. Here we go. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Tiff, you ready?
Yep.
Pre-show, Bailey versus Ruby Riott with the Riot Squad.
Ruby Riot.
That seems likely, although I'm not going to be surprised.
I get all the points anyway, so I don't care, but I'm going to say Bailey.
Fair enough. I'm not going to be surprised if Sasha shows up.
Yeah.
We'll see. All right. So we got that. Let's see. What else we got here? We have Braun Strowman teaming up with Bobby Lashley to take on Team Cammy in a tag team match.
In the pre-show?
No. We're on the main show now.
Okay.
That was the only
Lashley.
that women's match is the only pre-show match.
Braun!
Lashley and Braun.
Yeah, that seems likely. I'm going to agree with that.
And you get all the points for that anyway.
That's true, I do. We then have a one-on-one match between Big Cass and Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Probably Daniel Bryan.
I hope so. All right, what else we got here? Let's see. What the fuck? Somebody's in here fucking around with the Wikipedia page.
Okay.
Because that is not a... Who's fucking around with this? Somebody just completely fucked this shit up. It doesn't know how to spell English words either. What the fuck? Just move that up there. Fucked up a piece of the match it's supposed to be there. What the fuck? You fail person editing this page. Horseshit. Jeez. Friggin' stupid. Shut up.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm
Okay.
looking at something here that I thought was funny. Oh, boy.
Stupid shit. Who is just randomly editing shit? What the hell? This is some crap.
What are you looking at?
Looking at the Wikipedia page.
For what?
For Backlash.
Oh.
Somebody fucked around. Huh?
So you were reading the card off the Wikipedia page?
Yeah. Would you rather watch Roman Reigns win the WWE Championship every day for a year, or let Shinsuke hit you in the nuts every day for a month?
I just thought it was funny with the subject going on.
That's very funny. No, I agree. That's a good question.
I would say Shinsuke hitting you in the nuts for every day for a month, because at least that's entertaining.
Fair. I can respect that. Anyway.
Which would you be more honored to receive? The stunner or the rock bottom?
The rock bottom. Because number one, there's no chance I'll inadvertently break my neck, and number two, The Rock is my favorite superstar of all time.
Oh, great. I was going to try to fix the page, but I can't even do that because of intermediate edits. Oh, well, not my problem. Fucking idiot. I guess he's still working on it.
What the hell?
I don't know what the hell. I don't know what's going on anymore.
So, while you're trying to figure shit out, I just ran across something that came out today. It's to do with good old Jim Ross, so it's relevant.
Okay.
The greatest Royal Rumble is in the past, but we can't stop talking about it. There are so many layers to peel back in the situation, and Jim Ross recently addressed a controversial one on the Ross Report. The WWE Hall of Famer opened up on his opinion of what WWE should have done in regards to paying female talent for the show. By the way, this comes from ringsidenews.com. There are conflicting reports on whether or not WWE actually paid them because the checks wouldn't be cut yet anyway, but we'll likely know in time. However, Jim Ross obviously doesn't think WWE should be adding that date to the female talent's paychecks. Quote, I don't know why it would be that way. It's not everybody's right to be on any card. You earn your right to be on the card, and the women have done a phenomenal job, and I am as big a supporter of women's athletics in general. Hey, I'm a season ticket holder to the OU women's basketball games. I'm a big fan of the OU women's softball team, who are defending national champions, so I'm a big fan. But I believe the same thing as I do about WrestleMania. It's not your birthright to be booked. It's like playing in the Super Bowl. It's not your right as an NFL player you earn that right to get in that game. So I believe the women, I don't know if they were paid or not. I don't know why they would have been paid, and I may piss some people off, but I'm just being honest. It's my problem I have sometimes, being honest.
Yeah.
So JR, coming from that old school mentality of, hey, you weren't on the card, why should you get paid?
Fair enough.
Whereas a lot of people who are firmly anti-Saudi Arabia and anti, race for Rumble and stuff are like, yeah, but they weren't even given the opportunity to be on the card. They didn't even have a chance to earn the spot on the card. They were just outright denied it because of Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
And by doing that, you've basically denied them the chance to actually earn a living for their families, which kind of have a point.
Okay,
a lot of people believe that WWE should pay them for that, even though they didn't do it because they weren't even given the opportunity and the chance to earn that money.
Okay, so it's still got the link to this page on it, but that doesn't.
And you completely ignored me.
I did ignore you. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, so.
The person fucking around is finished fucking around.
On the flip side, I can understand Jim Ross's perspective, again, coming from the old school of, hey, if you're not on the card, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
Which is fair, but circumstances.
Yeah.
What do you think, Tiff?
Continue, Jim.
And you have no opinion. Okay, fair.
Yeah, what do you think, Dev?
Well, I'm here.
Okay.
And this person has a point, too. If the women got paid, I think Sami Zayn should probably be getting paid, too. I agree with that.
That is dependent upon whether he voluntarily kept himself off the show or whether they forced him off the show.
That's still up for debate, but right now, the current reports are that they didn't even give him the choice.
Fair enough. Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah. Too bad Tiff doesn't have an opinion. I would really like her opinion, but oh well.
Tiff, what's your opinion?
I guess. Well, I mean, it's diversity, I guess, and it's like their culture as to the women's side of things, not getting into it and everything like that.
Right, which is fine, but do you think the female superstars and Sami Zayn should be paid for that time, if only because they were never given the opportunity to earn that spot on the card?
I don't. Mm, I don't know. I'm not sure. You're gonna have to come back to me at some point. Because I don't know how to decide on that.
That's fair.
All right, then let's move along here. We have let's see here. What matches we got here? So we have Jeff Hardy versus Randy Orton for the United States Championship.
I think Jeff is going to retain.
That seems likely to me. What do you think, Tiff?
I'm on the fence. Could go either way.
Fair. We have Seth Rollins versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship.
I think Rollins is going to retain.
That would make the most sense.
Rollins could retain.
I think it would be an interesting swerve if The Miz did win and they had to address two titles on one show. It would get ratings for SmackDown. Because nobody would be expecting it.
Mm-hmm. True.
Let's say we have Carmella versus Charlotte Flair for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
I would also point out, I don't think they would put both titles on SmackDown. Because don't forget, Raw also doesn't have a Universal Champion because Brock can't be bothered to show up. So I don't think they would go 1 week with only 2 titles on Raw. I don't think they would do that for their A brand.
Fair.
Walking on the ceiling now, were we?
Yes. Wasting time. Anyway. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Championship. Also, by the way, I think Carmella is going to retain via interference from the Iconics.
That could be a possibility.
I could see that.
But if we had to pick one, I'd probably say Charlotte.
Okay. Nia versus Alexa.
Nia. Nia's going to retain.
Okay.
Potentially through interference by Ember Moon.
Okay. Alrighty, and then we have Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe.
I'm hoping Samoa Joe, because fuck Roman Reigns.
And like I said, no indication on the source for this, but according to the dude that was fucking around with the page editing, apparently it's now a triple threat match with Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship.
Wait, what?
There is no indication that this is in any way true, but that is what the Wikipedia page now says.
That seems like a load of horseshit.
I would tend to agree.
I would probably say Samoa Joe. If you wanted me to have my opinion.
Yep.
Fair. That is fair.
Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like they would give Roman the win if only to give him momentum on Raw. But then again, after pushing Joe in a WWE title feud, he could use the momentum too. So it could really go either way.
Well, according to WWE, it's just Reigns versus Joe.
That's what I figured.
And I'm going to go with Shinsuke on the title match.
We haven't gotten there yet.
Okay, well, WWE has it listed first, but
I don't care.
Fair enough.
All right. Tiff, did you give your thoughts on Reigns, Joe? I lost track.
Joe.
Cool. And what will potentially be our main event, I would hope it is. I would hope Reigns, Joe wouldn't end up being the main event over this.
Yeah, me too.
AJ Styles will take on Shinsuke Nakamura in a no disqualification match for the WWE Championship.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to say AJ retains because Shinsuke went up. And it seems like they're really trying to hype up AJ versus Joe.
Yep.
So I'll go with AJ. Even though I would love Shinsuke to win, I'll go with AJ retention.
Okay. Well, they could have Shinsuke win and book the three of them in a triple threat feud.
They could, but I think the feud that the fans really want to see is just AJ versus Joe TNA rematch.
Fair enough. That'll work.
Especially since they haven't actually wrestled each other in how many years? Like all the way back to TNA.
It's true.
Because AJ went to fucking Japan and Joe's been like here.
Yeah, that's true. Alrighty. So yeah, I'm gonna go with AJ. I feel like it's gonna be AJ.
Tiff.
AJ.
Cool. We're going with AJ.
I'm gonna call it right now. Shinsuke's not getting the title until they face turn him again. Then he's gonna win the title.
Okay, we'll see. But there you have the card for Backlash.
It's not a terrible card.
The first cross-brand, not Big Four pay-per-view.
Greatest Royal Rumble.
Yeah, true. But it's still a Royal Rumble. That's a Big Four event.
Yeah, I suppose.
Anyway, there you go. So, thank you two for joining me for that. And for this whole shebang.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun.
Indeed. And we will see you all next week, where we're going to run this again. We'll be running the Backlash on Thursday night. We will be running the news on Friday, and we will be running this usual weekly scoring on Saturday.
Indeed.
Now, 3 nights in a row.
Busy weekend.
3 nights in a row. Stay with us.
Indeed.
Jeff, Tiff, thank you for being here, as I said.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I am James Phoenix. We'll see you next week, folks. Peace.
The Celtic Warrior.